Don't cry, Emma.
I just feel like I've been really emotional this trip. It's been weird, hasn't it? It's like every trip that we've gone on, we've always been together, and it just feels weird, like us not speaking and stuff. I just wanted to see how you was doing.
That a few months ago, Emma, I was obviously in a completely different headspace. Do you know what I mean? Wanted it to work. I wanted it to work. In the end, like I tried really hard. I overlooked things I should never have overlooked.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want this to become a public thing where it's being spoke about by everyone. There's nothing more. I couldn't defend you anymore to people. There's so many people talking about stuff, and I was like, what more can I do but now talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. A lot of stuff's happened now. I'm like, I don't care. Unfortunately, it sounds really horrible to say it, but I look at you and I just don't see or feel anything anymore. I've had no choice but to feel like that.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Like, do I obviously regret the way our relationship ended? 100% I do, and I still look at you, and as much as you're saying you don't care, I do still care.
Come on, please. Stop
So it's not fair for me to about you, no?
Horrible. Amber, you don't go around acting like that and then care.
Okay, fine.
And this has been my problem the whole time, all along.
Well,
it's like
you can't
there's been
tell me
times,
how I feel, Dan.
All right, we both know that this relationship should have ended a lot sooner than it did.
And then we can both also say that we've given it everything that we could have. I mean, I feel like from my side I did.
Every time in the past 6 months we went to split up and I said to you, listen, I'm not doing this no more because of things I've heard, you was crying, going to me, this is what I want,
I know,
this is what I want.
Because when I'm with you, it is what I want. But then it gets to a point where, like, I take myself out of our bubble.
When you're not with me, you don't want it.
When I take myself out of our bubble,
yeah.
It makes me think, is this really what I want to do?
Yeah, well, every time you kept taking yourself out of our bubble and doing what you was doing, you should have come home and said, do you know what, this is not what I want anymore. I'm annoyed at myself. There's red flags I ignored from day one that I shouldn't have ignored.
I felt the disconnect for 4.5 years. I felt like you didn't want to be with me. Everyone
like
witnessed it as well. Everyone was like, he doesn't want to be with you, and I felt that, but I was in denial about it.
There was things that I did wrong and why our relationship split up or ended. There was times back then that I look back on and I regret, and over time I tried to change my ways and go, do you know what? I don't want to live. I've had to live with the guilt of it. What do you mean I didn't change my ways? What are you talking about?
Think about last year, right? Last year, did we celebrate Valentine's Day? No. Anniversary? No, because we wasn't in a good place.
We never had 6 months where we was actually good and on track. So
it's mad that we even lasted 5.5 years.
What I'm saying, I think I was just forcing because I think I look back on it and I go, do you know what? I owe her something. She stuck by me through some times when I was a bit younger and I was being an idiot. And you stuck by me through that, and I felt like I owed you something. Have done it as well. So yeah, maybe in the end we was both looking back at it and going, are we trying to force something here that can't be fixed? Yeah. And in the end we've come down to clearly to the fact that it will never be fixed, and it is what it is, and we're going to go our separate ways. So fine.